The Chicago Bulls may have just found their point guard of the future. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA. Here to talk a little NBA draft, if you will. And before I do, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, especially if you're a Bulls fan, because I post a lot of Bulls content on this channel and you don't want to miss out. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification, turn my post notifications on, follow me on my Twitter, follow me on my Instagram, links down below and on the screen. Do all of that. Okay, with that being said, here to talk about the Chicago Bulls who drafted, which I believe their point guard of the future, in Coby White with the 7th overall pick. I was discussing this before the draft. I put up videos on who I believe the Bulls should have drafted, and Coby White was, of course, one of them. And let's talk about this selection and obviously whether I like it or not and whether it's going to work out for the Bulls or not, okay? So with that being said, I don't want to wait any longer. Let's get started. So before the draft, if you guys watch my video or watch my live stream, I said the Bulls have a very simple formula. They won't even have to draft at 7. Let the other teams draft for you. What do I mean by that? There were teams before the Bulls, 6 of them, that obviously were going to make selections. We knew for like weeks now and months now the top 3 picks were set. It was Zion, it was Ja Morant, and then after that, it was RJ Barrett. Okay, to the Pelicans, Grizzlies next. 4 is where the draft really started. Pelicans had the 4th pick. They traded the 4th pick to the Atlanta Hawks. Then I knew, hey, Atlanta Hawks, they're not going to take a point guard. The Bulls need a point guard. That's a win-win for us. They ended up taking DeAndre Hunter. At number 5, then you basically had the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm like, okay, they have Colin Sexton. They're probably not going to take a point guard either. That's a win for the Bulls. Well, they ended up taking Darius Garland, okay? So they did end up hurting the Bulls a little bit. I will get to that in a second. And then at number 6, the Phoenix Suns had a selection. And I thought, oh, they're for sure taking a point guard. And at this time, I thought Darius Garland would be gone. So I had prepared for that. But the Suns traded the pick to the Timberwolves, who I thought could still take him. And they ended up taking Jarrett Culver. And then at number 7, you picked, or by you, I mean the Chicago Bulls picked Coby White. And why I say that they let the other people pick for them is because you just take whoever's left on the board, okay? Essentially, it was like this. The Bulls had one need and one major need in this draft, which was point guard, okay? And there were a few teams that were drafting that needed point guards before them. But more importantly, there were 3 major point guard prospects, okay? And you wanted one of those 3. It was either Ja Morant, Darius Garland, or Coby White. Ja Morant was not happening. Memphis was going to take him. We knew this weeks ago. We knew it a month ago. Okay, so he's out of the picture. So now it's Darius Garland and Coby White. So the formula that I told the Bulls was, whoever's left on the board at 7, take him, okay? And that's what they managed to do. Obviously, we got lucky. Love it. Thank you to the basketball gods for letting the Minnesota Timberwolves take Jarrett Culver. I got scared there for a second that I thought they might take Coby White. And they didn't. So we get Coby White. Okay. And for full disclosure, when I made the video about who I believe the Bulls should take, it was going to be either Darius Garland and Coby White. I said I bet a good amount of money on either one of those guys being the Bulls draft pick, and it ended up being Coby White. Who did I prefer? I did prefer Darius Garland slightly, but I did prefer him, and I do think he is the better prospect. The concern with him, obviously, and why he dropped was his injury. Okay, he tore his meniscus, and again, if there's one thing Bulls fans know about, and we're a little sensitive about it, it's injuries to our guards, okay, especially knee injuries to our guards. But I thought he was a phenomenal prospect. He's getting the pro player comparison to, Damian Lillard a lot. And it's true. He's got a very good shooting stroke. I believe he's a better shooter than Coby White is. But he's a little smaller, okay? Let's talk about Coby White. Last year, of course, UNC averaged 16 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 35% from 3. So he played the entire season unlike Darius Garland. And the thing with Coby White is, again, his biggest strength is he's addressing our weakest position, which is point guard. Do I expect him to start right away? Maybe, maybe not. We still have Chris Dunn under contract, and depending on who we get in free agency, and I don't believe this stops us from, signing a veteran in free agency. I still believe we will sign a veteran point guard in free agency, but there's a chance Coby White could win the job. He will get every opportunity to do that in training camp, okay? So he's a good scorer. I like him in transition. He's very good, and he was a stable player for UNC. He's an impact player. Bleacher Report had a comparison for him, which I think is very accurate. Jamal Murray, that's kind of what I see here with Coby White, and that's exactly what we need. He's great off the dribble. Good shooter, not as good of a shooter, I believe, as Darius Garland, but still very good. And he's got size on him, 6'5", about 191. So he can kind of guard twos, not just ones, and maybe even some threes. Again, the size really helps defensively. Obviously, you like that. And now you pair him with Levine, who's about 6'5", 6'6". And then you've got Laurie, OPJ, Wendell Carter. That's a long team. That's a very nice, lanky team, if you will, with the length that we have on the roster. So I like this selection a lot. Again, I like Darius Garland a little bit more, but it was like by a hair. Coby White's going to be phenomenal for us. So I love this pick for the Chicago Bulls. Do I think he's a perennial all-star franchise player? No. But like I said, the comparison, Jamal Murray, I love that comparison. I think it's very accurate. A very, very good high-level starter for the Bulls who will be there for a long time. And again, was this a safe pick? Sure, you can say that. But I'm telling you right now, he was the right pick, okay? And the need that we needed to address was this. So Bulls fans, very happy right now because the Chicago Bulls front office managed to not screw it up. And it was the one time where they literally were given, here, this is the player you want, we'll just give it to you. And they didn't screw it up. So I like this selection a lot of Coby White. So again, just to recap, I don't think this stops us from getting another point guard in free agency. I believe we will sign a veteran point guard. I think he will have every chance to start in this coming season. He'll compete with Chris Dunn, and I think he's going to be a very, very good high-level player, and I think he's going to be a very good impact player for the Chicago Bulls. So I like this selection for the Bulls. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree as always. Thanks for watching.